Alright, in my last video, I discussed about reality, and one thing I want to say in this video, guys, and this relates to the picture that I'm using, which in this picture right here, you see the quote, going back to the basic strengthens your foundation, and in the very bottom, you see, and a lot of truth. So I know it sounds cheesy, but this quote is basically, it tells you the truth, guys, that when when we have a hard time accepting reality, and when we do accept reality, the best thing you could do is just retrace your steps and go back to the basics. Go back to, how did it all started, and how did your problems end up being fruition. And this is where sadly a lot of people don't want to do. Like, it's kind of interesting when you meet people that knows they have issues, they know they have problems, but the problem itself is that they know it, but they don't know how to deal with it. And sometimes they know how to deal with it, but they don't want to engage with the problem in order to solve it. Now, some people will say that, oh, it's because, if we try to solve the problem, it becomes like a Hydra effect where once the problem is solved, it manipulates into multiple problems. Now, in my opinion, guys, while this might be true, it really depends on the circumstance and the individual themselves. This might be true, but if they at least try and take, some precautious measure, I know for a fact that they could solve their issues. And slowly but surely, just by them solving their issues, they're leading their own lives to a better, outcome. And I know I sound, I'm talking gibberish here, but I'm just trying to make a point here, guys, that if you go back to the basics, if you go back where everything all started, where your problem started, then you'll have a higher understanding of the problem itself. Like, for example, here in California, we have a homeless problem, and right now, California is becoming the butt of the joke. And it's kind of sad that California, at one point in its, existence, it was considered to be the golden state of America. Uh, every other states, they couldn't, be compared with California, the way California was in its prime. California was truly a golden state. And then all of a sudden, like around the 1980s and definitely the 1990s, it started going downhill. And now California is basically a third world country, if you think about it. It's doing very poorly, and there's so many memes about it that it's actually kind of sad. So we don't know what the problem is, like where did it all started. And this is where only very few people will take their time and see where the problem is coming from. As I stated, guys, going back to the basics. But sadly, not a lot of people want to acknowledge it, and so they just give fisty, meaningless rants about, the problem, but they don't know where did it all started and how did it came into a fruition. So yeah, this is kind of very sad, guys. And what's even worse is that they don't want to attempt to solve the problem. They'll give a rant about the problem, but they won't attempt to do it. Kind of like that meme, Shia LaBeouf, just do it. But it's again, guys, it's kind of sad that they will acknowledge the problem, but they don't know how to solve it. Like, they don't want to engage the problem, and they don't know what is the solution there. So my personal input if you guys want to take that baby step towards solving the problem, is just simply go back to the basics. Now, what I'm scared, since I'm talking about going back to the basic, is how our politician, our current political sphere, is trying to reshape our foundation and reshaping our basics. For those of you guys don't know, there's a thing going on in the government called Build a Better Back. Now, that thing actually kind of scares me because I know what that really is. And to tell you the truth, guys, it's not a positive thing. As a matter of fact, it's a policy that will make things worse. For those of you guys don't know, Build a Better Back, it's basically a slogan to reshape and reform the foundation of Western society and eventually everything in the world. And what I mean by that, I mean they want to destroy anything that's culturally inclusive and make everything basically the same. And it's basically the ultimate communism. It's communism 3.0, if I had to be precise. And I'm honestly scared about it because we're gonna start losing our identity. And no, it's not just the white people, guys. It's also gonna be the Hispanics, the blacks, the Middle Eastern, the Asians. Trust me, guys, whatever Western society is suffering, it will be coming soon to the poorer society. Like, it's already happening in India. To give you guys an example, in India, a lot of people are becoming narcissists. A lot of people are becoming they want things to be more perfect. People want to be more luxurious. It's becoming, while it's still in some areas, while it's still poor, it is definitely getting better, but at the same time, just like the issues that Western society is having, it's slowly becoming dominant in India. And same thing in Hispanics country. Even though some people don't want to admit it, in the Hispanics country, it's going to, be very similar issues, just like in Western society. So trust me, guys, this thing is a global thing, not a local thing. But anyway, sorry if I'm all over the place, but the whole point of this video that I want to make, guys, is that sometimes we have to go back to the basics and remind ourselves where did the foundation of our society, of our issues, of our problems all started. And sometimes people don't want to go back to the basics because it's because they know that they will be swallowing a very, very hard red and a little bit black pill that will make them, realize that it's their fault for being part of that problem. So, yeah. So this is my personal message of this video, guys. And please subscribe, and I'm gonna leave a link down in the comment section below of my Discord channel. So, thanks, guys, and bye.